shines on while the rest of the street stays dark. The front windows reflect empty sidewalks and sleeping storefronts. No customers are expected for several more hours. Nothing is about to open. The workday has not started yet. The night has not fully ended. The bakery sits quietly between them. Near the front counter, display cases wait beneath clean glass. Shelves remain empty for now. No labels are being arranged. A register screen stays dark beside the till. No receipt prints. No order appears. Behind the counter, a stack of paper bags rests beneath a shelf. Their edges remain straight. Nothing is removed. A roll of stickers waits beside them. The backing paper remains untouched. Nothing peels away. Through an open doorway, the preparation room glows softly. Steel tables reflect the ceiling lights. No mixer is running. The room feels ready. The work has not begun. At the far wall, trays rest in tall rolling racks. The wheels remain locked. Nothing moves. A line of bread pans sits on a lower shelf. The metal reflects pale shapes from the lights above. No pan is lifted. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The bakery holds its quiet state before the morning shift, steady and unchanged, while the town sleeps outside. Along the preparation table, bags of flour remain stacked in neat rows. Labels face outward. Nothing is opened. A measuring scoop rests beside them. Its handle remains clean. Nothing moves it. Near the sink, metal surfaces hold soft reflections. The faucet remains dry. No water runs. A folded towel hangs from a hook nearby. The fabric stays still. No draft reaches it. On the workbench, a recipe binder remains closed. Its cover reflects a thin line of light. No page is turned. A pencil rests beside the binder. The tip points toward the wall. Nothing shifts. Above the room, ventilation keeps a low and even rhythm. The airflow stays gentle. The sound remains soft. A relay clicks once from a nearby panel. One click. Then the same quiet hum continues. Outside the front window, streetlights remain scattered along the road. Reflections stretch across the glass, then settle. Nothing changes. Farther down the street, a traffic signal changes color. The bakery does not respond. Near the ovens, indicator lights remain dark. No timer counts down. No heat rises. The doors remain closed. Their handles stay cool. Nothing is baking yet. At the storage shelves, rows of ingredients remain untouched. Containers stay sealed. Nothing is measured. A small step stool waits beneath the lowest shelf. Rubber feet remain planted. Nothing shifts. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The preparation room remains calm. The ovens remain quiet. And the bakery keeps holding its place in the night. Near the doorway, a delivery clipboard hangs from a hook. The pages remain flat. No schedule is checked. A pen remains attached by a string. The string hangs straight. Nothing moves. At the mixer station, stainless steel bowls rest upside down on a rack. Their surfaces remain clear. No shadow crosses them. A digital scale sits nearby. Its display remains dark. No button is pressed. In the back room, shelves hold boxes of supplies. Labels remain readable. Nothing is opened. A roll of baking paper rests beside a carton of gloves. Both remain untouched. Nothing changes. Outside, a light breeze passes through the sleeping street. It never reaches the preparation room. The windows remain still. Reflections remain soft on the glass. They do not change shape. They remain quiet. A settling sound comes once from the ceiling beams, not repeated. Then stillness returns. The ventilation remains steady. The lights remain warm. The bakery remains calm. Near the cooling rack, a thermometer hangs beside the wall. Numbers remain visible. The needle barely moves. A timer rests on a nearby shelf. Its display remains blank. No alarm sounds. At the back entrance, a delivery door remains closed. The handle stays centered. No key turns. A rubber mat lies flat on the floor. Corners remain straight. Nothing crosses it. Outside the front windows, the town remains asleep. Storefronts remain dark. No crowd gathers. Streetlights continue their quiet pattern along the road. The reflections remain steady. The night remains settled. At the preparation table, a mixing bowl waits beneath the lights. Its surface reflects the room around it. Nothing has been added yet. The flour remains stacked. The trays remain empty. The ovens remain cool. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The bakery continues waiting for the first arrival of morning, holding the same gentle rhythm through the last quiet stretch before dawn. The counters remain clean. The racks remain still. The light remains on. The warm light continues above the preparation room without changing. No timer begins counting down. No oven door opens. Outside, the street remains quiet beyond the front windows. Storefronts stay dark. No footsteps cross the sidewalk. At the display cases, clean glass reflects the ceiling lights. The shelves remain empty. No tray is carried forward. A small label holder waits near the front edge. Its card remains blank. Nothing is inserted. Near the register, paper bags remain stacked beneath the counter. Their corners stay sharp. Nothing is removed. A roll of receipt paper rests inside a drawer. The drawer remains shut. No paper feeds through. Through the open doorway, the preparation room keeps its calm shape. Steel tables reflect soft light. The reflections remain still. No flour drifts through the air. No bowl rests on the work surface. bakery keeps holding its place between night and morning, steady and unchanged, while the town remains asleep outside. Along the storage shelves, ingredient containers remain sealed. Labels face outward. Nothing is opened. A row of measuring cups hangs beneath a cabinet. Their handles remain aligned. Nothing swings. Below them, a box of parchment paper rests on a shelf. The edge remains tucked inside. Nothing unrolls. Near the sink, metal surfaces hold faint reflections. The faucet remains dry. No water runs. A bottle of soap stands beside the basin. The cap remains closed. Nothing is used. A folded towel remains on its hook. The fabric stays still. No draft reaches it. At the mixer station, stainless steel bowls remain upside down on the rack. Their surfaces stay clear. No shadow crosses them. The digital scale remains dark. No button is pressed. No number appears. Outside the window, a traffic signal changes somewhere down the street. Red becomes green. Green becomes red again. The bakery does not respond. The lights remain warm. The night remains settled. A quiet click comes once from the ventilation system, not repeated. Then the same gentle airflow continues. The sound stays low. The rhythm stays even. Nothing changes. Near the ovens, indicator panels remain dark. No countdown begins. No heat rises. The handles remain cool. The doors remain closed. Nothing is baking. A rack of bread pans waits beside the wall. The metal catches light once, then dulls again. Nothing moves. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The preparation room remains calm. The equipment remains silent, and the bakery keeps holding its quiet pattern through the night. At the workbench, the recipe binder remains closed beneath the light. No page turns. No note is added. A pencil rests beside the cover. Its tip points toward the wall. Nothing shifts. A small notepad remains blank beside the pencil. No line appears. No corner bends. In the storage room, cardboard boxes remain stacked in neat rows. Labels remain readable. Nothing is opened. A step stool waits beneath the lower shelf. Its rubber feet stay planted. Nothing moves. A roll of twine rests beside a carton of gloves. The loose end remains tucked. Nothing unravels. Outside, reflections stretch across the bakery windows, then settle again. No headlight reaches the glass. The sidewalk remains empty. The road remains quiet. remains asleep. At the cooling rack, empty trays remain in place. Their surfaces stay clean. No pastry rests there. A thermometer hangs beside the wall. Numbers remain visible. The needle barely moves. A timer rests on a nearby shelf. Its display remains blank. No alarm sounds. Near the back entrance, the delivery door remains shut. The handle stays centered. No key turns. A rubber mat lies flat on the floor. Corners remain straight. Nothing crosses it. Beyond the door, the alley remains dark. No vehicle arrives. No crate is unloaded. A settling sound comes once from the ceiling beams, not repeated. Then stillness returns. The airflow remains steady. The lights remain warm. The bakery remains calm. At the front counter, the display cases remain empty beneath the glass. No tray appears. No label changes. The register remains dark. The receipt printer remains silent. Nothing asks for attention. Outside, the first hint of lighter sky remains far beyond the rooftops. It does not reach the street yet. The night still holds. The flour remains stacked. The bowls remain waiting. The ovens remain cool. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The bakery continues, waiting for the first baker to arrive, holding the same gentle rhythm through the last quiet stretch before dawn. The counters remain clean. The racks remain still. The light remains on. For now, the night continues. Beyond the preparation room, a narrow hallway leads toward the staff area. The lights remain lower there. No door opens along the corridor. A notice board hangs on the wall beside the lockers. Schedules remain pinned beneath clear covers. No page is adjusted. At the locker row, metal doors remain shut. Small name labels stay fixed to their holders. No latch clicks. A pair of work shoes rests beneath a bench. The laces remain tied. Nothing moves them. Near the break room, a coffee machine waits on a counter. Its display remains dark. No button is pressed. A stack of paper cups remains beside it. The sleeves stay wrapped. Nothing is removed. At the small table near the window, 4 chairs remain pushed in. Their legs form neat lines beneath the tabletop. No shadow crosses them. A calendar hangs beside the door. The page remains unchanged. No pen marks appear. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The quiet extends beyond the baking room, steady and unchanged, through another corner of the sleeping bakery. At the employee entrance, a keypad remains beside the frame. Its indicator stays dark. No code is entered. A delivery schedule hangs nearby. The pages remain flat. Nothing is checked. The glass panel in the door reflects the hallway light. The reflection remains still. No figure appears. In the storage cooler, shelves remain neatly arranged. Boxes remain sealed. Labels stay readable. A thermometer glows softly near the door. The number remains steady. Nothing changes. Near the packaging station, rolls of bakery boxes remain stacked on a shelf. The cardboard stays flat. Nothing is folded. A tape dispenser rests beside them. The roll remains full. Nothing unwinds. At the labeling table, printed stickers remain on their backing sheets. Dates remain visible. No label is removed. A handheld scanner rests in its charging cradle. The screen remains dark. No sound comes from it. Outside the rear window, the alley remains quiet. A security light casts a pale shape across the pavement. No vehicle arrives. A fence line disappears into darkness. Nothing moves beyond it. The night remains settled. A soft click comes once from the cooler unit. Then the low hum continues. The hallway remains still. The shelves remain full. The bakery remains calm. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The building continues waiting between the last hours of night and the first work of morning, holding the same gentle rhythm. Near the packaging shelves, stacks of cake circles remain wrapped in plastic. The edges stay clean. Nothing shifts. A bundle of ribbon sits beside them. The loose end remains tucked. Nothing unravels. At the wash station, drying racks remain empty. Metal bars reflect the overhead lights. No tray rests there. A bottle of sanitizer stands near the sink. The cap remains closed. Nothing is used. In the break room, a refrigerator remains shut. Small magnets hold notes against the door. The notes stay flat. A microwave clock glows faintly on the counter. The numbers continue changing. No one looks at them. Outside, the street remains asleep. Storefronts remain dark. The sidewalks remain empty. The bakery windows reflect the same warm light from inside. The reflections stretch softly across the glass, then settle again. A quiet settling sound comes once from the roof above, not repeated. Then stillness returns. The cooler hum remains steady. The lights remain warm. The night remains calm. No delivery arrives. No oven starts. No timer counts down. The bakery continues waiting.